Thanks so much for taking the time to watch this video. This is our last video actually before we reopen the golf course. We'll be doing more in the future to talk about the project, but we're reopening the golf course fully tomorrow. So Jordan and I are very excited about that, having all 18 holes open. If you are planning to play tomorrow, I would anticipate a very busy day. We've talked to a lot of members who plan to come out and enjoy the golf course, but we're excited to be able to showcase all 18 holes tomorrow to you. And throughout the weekend in the fall. It's going to be a great fall. The weather looks great over these next 10 days, so we hope you're able to come out and enjoy it. Jordan and I are here on 13, right in front of the native area that you'll hit your approach shots over. And Jordan's going to tell us a little bit about what's going on here in the native area and what you'll see as far as rope and stake and direction.
All right, so again, we open tomorrow. We're all super excited about that. It's been a very fun, long summer, but everything come together really nicely, and I'm happy with the overall product. But the native areas are an area that we're going to protect all winter long, so we are going to rope and stake off all the native areas, because essentially any area on the golf course that doesn't have turf, we're going to plant with native grasses. So moving forward, obviously if it's roped off, please keep your carts out, but even if it isn't roped off, just try to keep your carts in the turf, so in the rough, in the fairway. Try not to drive in and amongst the trees, because they will be planted. We've got new signs that say native areas, no carts, that we'll be putting out just to remind you to please stay out of the native areas. I know it is going to be a new deal, and it's going to take a little while to get used to, but we really need to give these native plants a chance to root and mature. And in order to do that, we just need to keep the cart traffic out of there. Behind us, you'll kind of see, and if you really pay close attention, you can see the plugs throughout the property in anywhere that doesn't have turf grass. And again, it's wiregrass and little blue stem is the predominant species. But there will be a lot of rope and a lot of stake out, so if you could just please be mindful of the native areas and give them a chance to establish. I think they're going to be wonderful once they establish, but we really need to give them a chance over the winter.
And probably a good rule of thumb around any native areas or tee boxes, right, is if there's a cart path, try to use it. You know, we've got cart path extensions, very few holes that have cart path all the way along the golf hole, but cart paths are the way to go around native areas, right?
Exactly, yeah. The more you can keep your cart on the path, especially near tee boxes, that certainly helps us out a lot, because the last bit of sod work that we have done is along cart path edges. So a lot of the cart path edges will have fresh sod that's only been laid this week. So the more we can keep our cart and all four tires on the cart path, the better chance we have of that sod making it and being the standard that we want for the membership. So I know that the tee boxes, they're kind of a new concept and they're very large. And I have seen a lot of members pull on to the tee box. If we can keep that from happening, that would be wonderful. It's just going to take a little bit of getting used to with not having the formal square tees and the cart path right beside it. It's just going to take a little bit of getting used to, but I think if we're patient with it, I think that we really will end up liking it a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. So with the cart paths, they're in some new areas, so definitely be searching out for where those cart paths run around tee boxes and around greens. Always search for those, because that's just going to help our golf course be in better shape and come along quicker. For those that are walking, we've got something really exciting coming here soon that we're working on, right? That'll be 5 walk bridges, right?
Yeah, so we've got 5 walk bridges, one of which will go right here, right across this moat. It's going to be, we're going to try to recreate the look that you see in the pictures down in the locker room area and in the hallway downstairs. There's some pictures that show the old bridges. We're going to try to recreate that look as best we can. We're kind of waiting on lumber to level out as far as the pricing goes, and we're still searching for the exact look that we're going to go for. But I'm hoping that we'll have this one on 13 built hopefully by the end of October, mid-November, hopefully at the latest. But they're going to be really great. They're going to have that old rustic, rough sawn look, something that you would have seen in the late 1800s, early 1900s. And they should just add to the overall look and character that we're trying to create in our native areas.
That's great. So we'll have those on holes 3, 18,
Yep.
12, 15, and 13. So there'll be 5 total walk bridges, 3, 18, 12, 15, and 13. So we're excited to be able to start getting those on the ground and running this fall as well.
Yeah, I mean, it should be a great look. And just in general, the golf course, just remember that golf course construction is the exact opposite of home construction. I always like to add that comparison. When you move into a new house, it's probably never going to get better than it is the day you move into it. So the paint on the walls is perfect. There's no scratches on the floor. Everything is perfect, and it's kind of all downhill from there. Golf course construction is the exact opposite. It's only going to get better with age. So although we're opening tomorrow, there's still tons of room for improvement. So some of the new tee boxes, they're going to be, they'll have that scalped appearance and they'll be a bit thin. Same with some of the new fairways, the green expansions, but they're going to be wonderful to play on and perfectly fine to play on. Just keep in mind that obviously things are certainly going to get better. And then the native areas in particular, as time goes by, they're only going to gain more and more character. And again, if you could just please be respectful of them and just give them a chance to establish, because we do have a lot of money and time invested into these areas, and we really want them to be successful. But yeah, just the golf course is going to be wonderful, and it's going to be a lot of fun to play on over the fall and winter, but it's probably going to take a growing season for everything to come together exactly the way we want it to. So just keep that in mind.
Absolutely. We're excited to reopen this weekend fully, and we hope you're able to join us here soon and see the golf course. Thanks so much.
Yeah, thanks.